If you're a heating and air conditioning technician or a salesperson, how do you implement sales training and why does this matter? This is a super important question. I'm Sylvan Bell, coming live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Let's say that you pay for your own training, which is a fantastic thing for you to do. You buy a book, you buy a seminar, you go to a seminar, or somebody comes out to your company to train you, and at some point they walk away, the book is done, the training's done. How do you make sure that you're doing well? So I put together 5 ways for you to know how to put your training to the best use, right? So number 1, get a study buddy. Find somebody to work with off property, if at all possible, with the least amount of distractions. So you're like, Scott, I'm married and I got kids. Find a single dude that is not a party animal, that's willing to get up with you first thing in the morning and work with you for an hour and say, we're gonna put this to use, right? And like, if you're like, hey Scott, why would you send somebody who's not a party animal? Because that person may be sleeping in from their activities from the night before. So I'm not knocking anybody's life choices, but if you're going to do this, you really gotta be serious and say, hey, look, I'm gonna practice every day from 6 to 7 or 6:30 to 7:30 or whatever number works for you, okay? Get a study buddy. Now, the bigger the group, the more complicated, unless you have somebody to proctor that class, to lead that class, or to keep you on track. So if you're like, hey Scott, I've got 5 guys that want to come role play with me, or 2 guys and 3 girls. Pick somebody to keep everybody on task and set the rules. We start on time, we end on time, no coffee and donuts. We're just gonna role play. Today I'm gonna set the rules and here's what's gonna go. Find a study buddy. 1 is better. If you're gonna have a group, set some rules. Number 2, whatever word track is being taught, say it at least 30 times. Say it at least 30 times. I've got a whole bunch of word tracks on this channel. You can pick one of them, but you really want to say that word track multiple times so that you get it in your own phraseology, so that you say it the right way, so that it makes sense, so that it's okay for you. Just say it 30 times. This is why you should join HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods, not in the Facebook group, not on the YouTube channel. Number 3, record yourself on audio and video. This is the thing that most people really struggle with, but they don't have to. So you're like, hey Scott, how do I get really good at recording myself on video? Here's what you do. You pull out your phone, you grab your phone, and you go scrub your toilet. And so you pull your phone, you're like, hey, right now I'm about to go scrub my toilet. I got the toilet bowl here, I'm going clockwise, counterclockwise, rim, top of the toilet, squirting it down with some Lysol. We're gonna call it good. You're like, Scott, why would you do that? Because you're speaking in order of operation. You're explaining to yourself what you're doing, okay? You could go out to your, I'm gonna go wash my car, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mix up some water, I'm gonna mix up some soap, I'm gonna pre-rinse my car, I'm gonna get my wheels this way. Like, for real, get used to talking to yourself on phone so that you get to sit, you know, this is what my voice sounds like. My voice in my head sounds completely different than the way that you hear it on this video right now. Number 4, test in low impact situations, right? You could test a lot of these phrases when you're hanging out with some friends, when you're at the grocery store, when you're having a conversation with somebody that's low risk, right? Number 5, roll out new lines when you're on top and sprinkle them in. Like, when you make major changes to your sales process, it makes it really tough for you to stay on top because like you can't remember. So if I have a sales process that has 10 points and I change 5 of them, it may be very difficult for that to work out. For some people, they're just really good with it, but the norm really doesn't work to your favor. Just sprinkle 1 or 2 of these in when you're doing really good. And then the bonus, number 6, because I gave you 5, but sign language number 6 is keep a journal. And what you're gonna find is it allows for you to write your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, and your beliefs on a piece of paper, and it makes life so much easier. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says HVAC Tech Secrets sent out another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon.